And now, for another episode of Dating Etiquette with your host, Christopher Pope.
Hi, I'm Christopher Pope. This is Dating Etiquette. Recent studies done by Harvard in 2012 suggest the startling reality. 36% of men don't know how to get a date. And once they're on the date, over 45% don't know what to do once they're on it. Men cannot conduct dates well. Women aren't much better. In 2012, the same study by Harvard suggests that only 17% of girls in the same age group know how to get a guy to ask them out. And over 53% think it's their fault when they can't get a second date. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a crisis, a dating crisis. And it's our hope here at A Dating Etiquette that you can join along tens of other people in fixing this problem. Here's one example. Let's call him Jim. Jim is a great guy, one of the best you'll meet. He has many admirable qualities, but Jim has a crisis, a dating crisis.
I wouldn't say it's a crisis.
Jim has a crisis.
Okay.
The crisis is that Jim likes Jane, but doesn't know what to do.
Shh. Did Austin tell you that? Man, he told me Pinky swore. Gosh.
Dating Etiquette will follow Jim, helping him and you, the audience, on how to successfully get a date, prepare for the date, conduct a date, and get a follow-up date. Let's get started. Jim wants to ask Jane out on a date, but first he needs to have laid groundwork. Laying groundwork is the process of developing an early stage relationship between two people with the intent to date. At this point, Jim has already taken steps to ask out Jane without actually asking her out. He has ensured Jane knows his name. Jim also isn't a tool. More than all that, Jim and Jane actually hang out some. But most importantly, Jim has entered into the critical zone as told by Carter Brown's theory regarding the time friendship interaction. The Carter theory says that the longer a male and female hang out with each other, the higher the probability one likes the other. Carter theory's critical zone is an area where getting a date is easiest. If you miss the critical zone too early, you risk having any salvaged friendship with rejection. But ask too far past the critical zone and you enter into the dreaded friend zone. Friend zone, as defined by Carter Brown himself, is where one party has romantic interest in the other, but the return feelings is exclusively friendship. If Jim times it right, he can ask out Jane in the critical zone, increasing his dating probability tenfold. But first, let's review some important terms and concepts. Laying groundwork, Carter theory, the critical zone, friend zone. That's all for now. Tune in next week to Dating Etiquette, where we find out how to properly initiate a dating relationship. I'm Christopher Pope.
And that was Dating Etiquette with Christopher Pope. Tune in next week for another episode.